So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So what we have here right now is the all new 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer Premier. This is the top of the line variant of the Trailblazer. There are only two variants, by the way, this LT beside me and this Premier model. So I would like to thank first Ma'am Jen and Sir Nolly for allowing me to review here in Chevrolet Makati. Their content details will be here in the description down below. So it is a little bit confusing at first with this Trailblazer. It's kind of like having an identity crisis at the moment. But I wonder if Chevrolet took the right risk with this new Trailblazer. I mean, from a full-size SUV to a diesel-fed PPV, and now this to a gasoline-powered crossover. So let's see how this Trailblazer performs. So here in the exterior, now this new Trailblazer looks like more of the Camaro than that of the Tracker. I've heard a lot of the Tracker reviews that it looks like a Camaro. I completely disagree. Now this Trailblazer, now I can say this looks like more of the Camaro. So also being the top of the line variant of the Chevrolet Trailblazer, you get LED lights all around, like everything is LED. And also to tell the differences between the Premier top of the line variant and the LT base variant is this, the skid plate. This one is just a silver trim, the LT is all blacked out. And also side profile, cladding just the right amount. To be honest, it's not too much in your face. Also nice protrusions on the rear. There's a like gurney flap on the cladding. And then on top here, you have blacked out A-pillar and then a blacked out C-pillar. Gives it more of a floating roof design. And then you have roof rails on this top of the line variant. So here at the rear of the Chevrolet Trailblazer. Also what's nice with the design, no flakery whatsoever. The real exhaust is somewhere underneath here, it's like really hidden, so actually it gives it a nice look here for the diffuser. And also you have silver trims here since it's the top of the line variant, and also you have LED brake lights here, a nice design with the spoiler. And also the rear quarter of the Chevrolet Trailblazer, it looks like your standard crossover here. Thank you for the lights. And there's also a nice Chevrolet illumination here on the ground, so that's where actually you do your kick to open. There's actually many ways to open the boot. The kick to open, you press twice here in the key or simply push this button. But let's try the kick to open. Okay, it works first time. You know my history with kick to open, it's very bad. Anyway, so open her up, you have 700 liters of space here. Pretty decent for a compact crossover. And then the load lip is not that high, but there is, but it's not too high. You can adjust the floor, you can move it up if you want. And then with all the seats down, you have 1,540 liters of space. So despite from being a PPV to a crossover, you still have a lot of space here with this all-new Chevrolet Trailblazer. So not much toys here in the boot as well, just two charging points and then cubby spaces on either side. And there's a light on the left side only. So with that, I'll show you the interior. Also, this is cool with the new Trailblazer. You can close it from this button. I'm not sure if you can do it with the kick. Oh, it works. So, it took many attempts to close this with my feet. So I'll show you the interior. Now here in the interior of the Chevrolet Trailblazer, also like the Tracker, this door tab sounds solid. Also nice animation with the infotainment system when you get in the car. And materials here and there, the build quality here is on point. I mean, yes, it's still a Chevrolet, but okay, yes, there's plastics here and there, but the rest of it are pretty good. Like these are leather seats, sorry, this one's just in plastic, of course, I'm in the showroom only. Also, there's nice fabric texture here on the door, and there's soft pad at least here on where you're supposed to be. You have your standard window switches here, and also there's another way to open the boot. I forgot. There's a button here where your cubby spaces are. So yes, there are 4 ways to open the boot. I've never seen a crossover that does that, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And also you have a cubby space and bottle holder on the side. My water jug just fits there, but here in the cup holder in front, they don't fit at all. I mean, they fit, but it's a tight squeeze only, so it kind of fits. But there's another cubby space here, so you can put an extra water jug here if you want. And then here in the steering wheel, okay, I couldn't even touch this earlier when I drove it as well. Okay, it's more on the girthy, durable side of leather, but still nice to the touch. I'll get on how this handles later on, which is a surprise for me. And then the left side of the steering wheel, there's also chrome bit here, and then there are cruise control functions, yes, unlike the Tracker. And on the right, you have your phone connectivity buttons and adjustments for your 2.5 monochromatic display in between the instrument cluster. They're both analog as well. And then here in the dashboard, oh, okay, nice looking air conditioning vents. I also like the one in the middle. There's a chrome trim below, and then it's just matte black on top. And here on the left side, there's a dune cubby space, and your light control functions are here as well. They're not here in the stock, which is a bit odd, but it's a Chevrolet thing. Also here in the passenger side, there's a gloss black trim here, and there's a little cubby space there. I think it will be enough for a phone since there's like a rubber pad on it. And then glove box. Okay, that's pretty big, not bad. And then above here, you have your seatbelt reminders, and then you have two dome lights on each side, and then visors. You have a vanity mirror with lights. They're a bit thin though, the lights, but they don't extend sadly. But it's fine. The headlining material though is good. I mean, this is all fabric. And here in the center console, you have an 8-inch Chevrolet MyLink infotainment system. One complaint only for now. The hazard button is all the way in the right, so it's kind of a bit of far reach. I mean, okay, this is not my diving position. I'll get my diving position. Okay, there. I do have long arms, but for some, I mean, it's a stretch. Usually it's just here or below here where my hands are. It's kind of a bit too far on the right. And also, infotainment, pretty crisp. And reverse camera quality, not the best, but it is still good to have. Although the response time of the infotainment system is similar to the tracker, but it's still very, very good. And at least you also have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay now. Unlike in the tracker, you only had Apple CarPlay. This one has both of them now. And then below it, you have your automatic climate control functions. And then below that, you have a very, very deep cubby space with 12-volt socket, one USB port, one USB-C port, and an aux cord. And there's like a mesh here. I don't know why you need that, but still nice to look at. There's gloss black around here where the cup holders, and there's a little space here, can be for a phone, but not even my Vivo Y11 phone can fit this. So even way smaller phones can fit that, but not mine. And then you have your gear lever here. Also, I like this is still a CVT, but you still have your manual buttons here on the left side of the gear lever. It's still like every other Chevrolet. Also, to engage only manual mode, you have to put it in L. I might forget, that's why I'm saying that now. Also, you have your electronic parking brake here, and then center console box is long. The center console box fits my phone, but it is puny. Can you not open that? Apologies if there's still something underneath, but I can't find a way to open it. Also, seats are pretty firm, but still comfortable enough to sit in. Although, did take note, there's not much bolstering. I mean, as you can see, you might tend to fly around if you're diving this pretty fast. I really like how this dives, by the way. Let's get to that later. Also, this Trailblazer has an air moisture sensor. No idea what that is, but you only can get that feature for this premier top-of-the-line variant. Also, you have 5 buttons here in front of the gear lever. Also, the drive modes are also here on the right side. Sport mode, the checkered flag, and a snow button. Why on earth do you need that in this country? But since it's raining now, maybe for heavier rains or typhoon, maybe that will help. We'll never know. So that's about here in front of the Chevrolet Trailblazer. I'll show you the second row. Now here in the second row of the Chevrolet Trailblazer, turn that check. Sounds even better here in the back. And before I go to the toys here and there, this is the surprise with the Chevrolet Trailblazer. There's a transmission tunnel just underneath the center console box, but here for your feet area, it's completely flat. However, sitting here in the back, the seats yet again are hard, but it's fine, you can recline them at least. And also sadly, no central armrest even though you have the top of the line model. And then toys here in the back. And you have a heating function button here. Yet again, why do you need that? But anyway. And also materials here in the door card. There's no more fabric touch here, but you still have that soft pad here for your shoulder. You get a smaller cubby space now. My water jug. Okay, just fits there. And then you have 2 map pockets on each side of the seat at least. No toys here as well in the middle. No USB port, no cubby space whatsoever. Nothing. But you get only a dome light here. Should have turned that on. However, sitting in the middle will be fine, I guess, as well. Since you don't have transmission tunnel, you can just sit here in the middle. It's not even that elevated. And also, headroom is not affected wherever I sit. So, this much. And also, look at that. Knee room, feet room. Excellent. I'll just discover now. Or, the locks are here. I mean, that's really hidden, but that's a nice design though. So, with that, I'll show you the engine of the all-new Chevrolet Trailblazer. So this is the engine of the all-new Chevrolet Trailblazer. It's a 1.3-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine that produces 155 horsepower and 236 Newton meters of torque. I wonder if this is worth it from being a diesel-fed PPV to a gasoline-powered crossover. I think I'm gonna like this. Let's go for a drive. So driving the all-new 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer Premier. Okay, first impressions going out of the service center here in Chevrolet Makati. The steering is so freaking light. I'm just traveling around 30-40 kilometers per hour. Not bad, this Trailblazer. There's not much tire noise. I cannot vouch for the old one because I've never ever driven one. But let's just focus here on the new Trailblazer. Surprisingly, so far so good. I mean, the steering is light. I have not put it in sport mode yet. This is just in normal mode. And the CVT is surprisingly responsive. Yeah, that was my bit of a worry from the Trailblazer. From going to an automatic transmission to a CVT, it performs decently. And then, oh, there's a bit of turbo whistle. I'm not sure if you can hear that on camera. There, it goes shh. It's very eager to go, by the way. I'm just in drive mode. I've not put it to L mode, manual mode yet. Okay, this is manual mode, but not in sport mode yet. Also, I really love that they kept the American style when you change the gear, like in all Chevrolets, the plus minus here beside the gear lever. Okay, the CVT responds as well in manual mode. It wants to surge forward even more now in manual mode. Okay, that's really peppy. So let's try sport mode and manual mode. Let's just get this truck out of the way. Also, there's not that much body lean. Not bad for this Trailblazer. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, shifts up and down pretty well. As I said earlier in the showroom, this is kinda like a hit and miss for me for this new Trailblazer. Now I'm kinda falling in love with it. And here the bumpy part. Okay, soaks up bumps and road imperfections perfectly. Rides a bit better than the Tracker. Since this is a 3-cylinder engine, sounds pretty good as well. There's not much fake sound going in. That's from the engine itself. Chevrolet made the risk of making this a crossover. I think it's very much worth it. I mean, it just drives better. I said I have not driven the PPV Trailblazer, but I can say it drives way better. And also this CVT, I think this is also the first CVT in our country for Chevrolet, if not mistaken. Okay, good move as well. I mean, yeah, you'll get better fuel efficiency numbers. I know I tend to dislike but not totally hate the CVTs. They're not my type of transmission of choice, but this one's worth it. And let's just floor it. Wow. And the brakes are really strong. Okay, these brakes are the complete opposite of the Tracker. This one's a really high bite, and they're also really strong. Also, this has that e-boost braking system. I think that charges some of the electronics here and there. No wonder it feels just a little bit better, the driving dynamics towards the Chevrolet Tracker, which I really love, by the way. And also handling wise, yes, the steering, put in sport mode. Okay, in sport mode, the steering firms up just ever so slightly, so it just gives it a little bit more feedback than in normal mode. I might just leave it in sport. This handling is also great. I mean, it took a corner really fast, and actually it's fun to drive, surprisingly. And also in sport mode, it just wants to keep on going, surprisingly. So driving it a bit more, this Trailblazer, okay, just faster paces but at a calm pace. Yeah, this is what's good with this new Trailblazer. There's not much tire noise. I've been traveling 50-60 kilometers per hour. There's not much tire noise, surprisingly, and I must say it is very peppy. And also this rear cross traffic alert is okay, sensitive but for the right reason. So of course faster paces and then suddenly braking. Yeah, it does warn you at the right time. The CVT is actually really good. Yes, it will tend to scream a lot if you're at higher speeds, but there's the use of manual mode, then you're fine. And also manual mode's a treat. It responds pretty well. Okay, first gear. Okay, shifts up and down pretty well. This is gonna be a great daily. And also you have the space here. Yes, this is not a 7-seater, but for what it is, a crossover, it's fine. Also, I'm still triggered. Why there on Earth there is no mode? Why do you need that in this country? However, we're a typhoon prone country. Maybe that will help out. Possibly, I don't know. We'll never know. And also here in the tunnel. Oh, okay. This is auto lighting, I forgot what you call it. Everything just turned on. Okay, that's cool. I'm in a tunnel. And also here in the bumpy part of Pasong Tamo, in the tunnel, it's really bumpy here. This soaks up the bumps pretty well. Yes, you can feel the suspension is a bit firm. Just a tiny bit sporty, but the trade-off is this has really good handling. And also visibility compared from a PPV. Yeah, the C-pillar may be a bit big, but you have the advanced safety features here and here. So you'll be fine driving this around in tight spaces. Wow! You get high speeds in no time. I was kind of a little bit picky with this new Trailblazer in the showroom, but driving it, this is really good, surprisingly. I mean, it does the job as a daily. This is a perfect crossover. It's on par with the competition. But however, if you wanna stand out and wanna look like a Chevrolet Camaro, I really highly recommend this Chevrolet Trailblazer. The entire lineup, by the way, not just this premier top of the line model. Okay, this Chevrolet Trailblazer kinda exceeded all of my expectation for what it is. Chevrolet took the risk and it worked. So I would like to thank Ma'am Jen, Sir Nolly of Chevrolet Makati. If you wanna purchase your Chevrolet, as I said, their contact details will be in the description down below. So thank you, Ma'am Jen, for allowing me early access with this new Chevrolet Trailblazer. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and then I'll see you with more future car reviews. Bye bye.